All right. All right again. We're back in the studio.
Hey, everybody.
As you can see, we're in different seat positions.
Mm-hmm.
But today is a special day. We want to call that
It's
today.
the best holiday in the world.
Best holiday.
Yes.
Very interesting that you choose that word. We're going to be getting into holidays today. But today is Moelle's birthday.
Tomorrow. But go ahead.
So we're going to play her. Oh, wait. Wrong one.
You funny.
My bad.
You funny.
Let me see if I can. Dang. I was trying to play a hand clap of praise, but got a little mixed up. So happy birthday to Mo, everybody. It's actually tomorrow.
It's actually tomorrow.
But we're going to actually celebrate today. So
Pregaming.
If you look down there at the bottom of the screen, you can see our banner scrolling. Bless Danny's Cash App.
Don't be stingy now.
Don't
be stingy. Share the love.
You're not supposed to control how people.
I'm just saying. You ain't gotta send me too much. I mean, I think a little dollar, dollar goes a long way. Especially in a gas tank. I'm just saying.
You're a Christian, ain't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you feel so inclined, do please bless Danny's Cash App. Today is her day, so she's in the control seat and all that. So happy birthday, Danny.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Your birthday coming up too. In how many days?
Oh, my birthday is next week
It's on the 27th, ain't it?
the 28th in 5 days.
We can do a birthday special for you too.
Yeah, we could. But today is about Danny, so this is her day. Now,
okay.
As you all can see, we have a particular title at the bottom. And we're going to be talking about a little bit of conspiracy theory today. It is also the holiday season. What you celebrating Christmas?
I mean, I know what it's about, but
you don't have no presents under the tree.
No, I don't want nobody to buy me nothing because I was like, what's the point?
What's the point of somebody buying you something?
I'm talking about like Christmas. Like I feel like it's what I've been thinking this whole time. Each holiday is based on a 7 deadly sin, and Christmas is greed. So, yeah.
I thought Thanksgiving was greed.
That's gluttony.
Starting out heavy already out the gate. So, dang, that's crazy. I didn't even think about that like that. Every holiday is a 7 deadly sin.
You got lust, which is Valentine's Day. You got sloth, which is St. Patrick's Day. So everybody get drunk. You got pride.
Gay pride?
No, just pride, like being prideful. That's 4th of July. And then after that, you got wrath for Halloween, gluttony for Thanksgiving, and greed for Christmas.
That's 6.
I'm missing one.
You missing one. What are the 7 deadly sins?
You got wrath, lust, greed. Oh, envy. I think envy is. I don't know, but I know it's one of them.
It's one of them. Yo, that's crazy. Even just to think about that and how close that correlates to the holiday seasons. So we really only have only so many major holidays.
Right.
And we're about to go into one in 2 days.
Thank you so much, Sherwayne. I appreciate you.
Who was that?
I don't know. They left a comment.
Let me go see. That's on mine or yours?
It's on YouTube.
On YouTube. Oh, okay. We got a YouTube follow. I appreciate you. Yo, YouTube, we always got to tell y'all, man, like, share, and subscribe if y'all with that information. We come on here just to spread the news as well as give insight into who we are. And today is Moelle's birthday. So, conspiracy theory. What does conspiracy theory mean to you?
It means when people really telling the truth, but the world makes it seem like they just hallucinate and stuff like that.
Hallucinating. That's a good word to use. Why is it that conspiracy theorists seem to always be right?
Because they are.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They are.
Okay. Conspiracy theories are normally right.
Mm-hmm.
There are quite a bit of conspiracy theories surrounding our world in many, many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to government, especially government, when we got government,
Whoa,
the conspiracies are just through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to the spirit world, when it comes into different holidays, pagan holidays, the way we move financially, they're everywhere. Now, when you get all of these different people in different walks of life that are kind of congruent in different ways for different areas, there has to be some truth in that field.
Yeah.
Okay. Today we're going to be focusing on Christmas.
Okay.
Okay. Now, growing up, learning about Christmas, because Christmas was taught to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
The first experience I had was church, then school, but I remembered church later.
Mm-hmm.
So my first experience where I was understood was really school.
Okay.
Where they gave us the whole Santa Claus with the white beard, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman. You know how they did us.
Yeah.
Then we had like the Abominable Snowman, and then they had them TV shows that used to come on every year on Channel 13.
On ABC Family?
On ABC Family.
Countdown to Christmas.
Them Play-Doh movies. Okay, so we were being brainwashed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what was your your earliest memory?
Church.
For real?
Jesus is the reason for the season. It's not about gifts underneath the tree. It's about Jesus.
It's about Jesus.
And giving.
And
But
giving.
don't nobody do that no more.
That is true. Shoot, man, inflation's so high, you can't give nothing.
I'm saying.
You giving away your rent.
Don't ask me for nothing.
Don't ask for nothing. Don't look for nothing. Don't expect
I
nothing.
ain't got it for you, baby.
I feel that. So we could go both routes. I guess we'll go both routes today.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with you.
Okay.
In church, saying that Jesus was the reason for the season. Give us a little bit of background on what that meant for you. Like, how did you interpret that growing up?
Well, as a kid, it was like, well, since Jesus is the reason for the season, it's about Jesus. The Santa Claus, all that type of stuff was just fictional to me.
It was fictional.
I did believe in Santa Claus at one point, but I really feel like it was just my dad dressed up as Santa Claus to convince me.
Okay.
Because the way it happened, like I remember being little. It's Christmas Eve. I went to bed, but I got up for some reason. I don't know. And I seen somebody like dressed up. And I was like, that's a black man though, so they gotta be my dad. And then I went back to sleep. And that was for that. Like my brother spoiled it for me. He was like, Santa Claus ain't real. And then his friends, and then my friends. And then ever since I've been like, well, Santa Claus really probably ain't real. Because how is it that you go all across the world delivering presents in one single night?
And that's the reason why you say that Santa wasn't real.
Yes.
Because it's impossible to do that.
Right.
Okay.
You have to, let's calculate it here. For you to land the sleigh, get out, get the present. First of all, you got to look for the present, who house you at. Let's think about the UPS way, okay? You got to look for the thing, and then you got to go down some chimney. You a little chunky. You got to go down this small chimney, drop off the present, and then go back up through the chimney, and then get back on the sleigh, and then drive to the next house or whatever, fly.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. He's spending at least a minute per house.
How do you logically compute that?
This was
from
my
that
kid brain thinking, because I was like, ain't no way. Like, it take him a little bit to get through each house. It take him a good hour probably to get through one neighborhood. You got to think about UPS. UPS, they stop.
You can't use that.
Out.
You can't use that though, because Santa's supposed to be a magical entity. UPS ain't magic. That's mail.
If he's a magical entity who can just be so omnipresent, how? There's only one omnipresent being.
Okay. First of all, I want to show you something.
Bet.
So this is St. Nicholas.
A black man.
Of course. So who did you see as a child?
My dad.
How you know?
The good and everything. It was my dad.
But you said you thought you saw a black man, and then you went back to sleep.
Yes.
That's Saint Nicholas.
He don't got no gut like that. No.
Now listen. A lot of these stories that we have grown up under have been whitewashed, okay, after they've been desecrated. And by desecrated, what I'm talking about is the fact that the story itself was taken, made into a negative thing after it was taken, and then spread back into the masses. So when we get a lot of our holidays, we call them pagan, right?
Yeah, because that's what they are.
Because they're pagan, especially when you come to from the Christian perspective, they call a lot of holidays pagan. The reason why they're pagan is because of what the holiday represents in itself. Okay, so Jesus was told to us that being born in a manger. Matter of fact, we can go look this up so that way the information comes straight across. The birth date of Jesus Christ.
They say it's Christmas Eve. I don't think it's that. I think it's like in November.
You think so? Let's see. Birth date. Okay. Come on, man. All right, so what it says here is that most biblical scholars generally accept a date of birth between 6 BC and 4 BC, that there was no actual day. The common Christian traditional dating of the birth date of Jesus was 25th of December. Okay. That was a date that was first asserted officially by the Pope in 350 AD. So before that, the date could have been anything. But it was officially put into the documentation in 350 AD, and then that was the date that was assigned to the birth of Jesus, according to paperwork. Okay? Now, this is why a lot of these holidays are pagan, and we have to understand where we're going, because when you take from Saint Nicholas, who was a black man, now you're transmigrating the information into a whole nother way of or walk of life or existence. So you're literally putting this energy. So you're taking Jesus's energy and you're attaching it to this day. Now, why? Okay. See, the world is a stage. Capitalism.
They're trying to capitalize off of it.
Well, oh yeah, you're right. Of course. Just based on how we spend money in this season. But there's a reason to attach the energy of that being to a specific day during this time. Because Christmas could have been any day of the year.
It could have.
You know what I'm saying? That could have been any day of the year, seeing as how we celebrate all the time. It could have been any time of the year. It didn't have to be in December. Why does it have to be at the end of the year? 6, 7 days before the year flips over again? Gregorian wise. 7 days, right? And in the Genesis, it took 7 days to creation, right? So now you have a reset at the birth of Christ. They tell us all the time that in the Bible, everything reset when Christ came on the scene, remember? Right. So now you have the reset that happens every year at the birth of Christ. So when you're dealing in a pagan way or ritualistic style of doing magic, you're going to take the energy from Saint Nicholas, right? So literally what you're doing is attaching the deity, melanated, to a specific day to create a certain magic that will keep people in a trance. Every time we come through the Christmas holidays, everybody get broke. Everybody get stressed out. Think about it. If people were to really tell the truth about what's going on in their households right now, we get broke, we get stressed out, resources get depleted, and then you have to come back and start all over again, right? That is called a ritual. Okay.
Deep.
We got to go there because we talking about conspiracy theory. These are conspiracies. All of this stuff is always around us.
All right.
Now, why does Saint Nick have to give you gifts or coal?
Gifts or coal?
Like, remember in the old stories, they'd be like,
if you bad, you get coal.
You get a coal, right? What does coal represent spiritually?
Spiritually?
You should look it up.
I don't know. Let's do it.
We're going to look up what coal represents spiritually. Okay. And then we're going to look up the spiritual representation of gift giving, because there's a lot. See what I'm saying? The things that we don't think about, the things that are included in a part of the ritual, like practitioners know. Anytime you do any type of ritual, there's a lot of ingredients that have to be involved. You know what I'm saying? To make certain rituals work or make certain things happen. So you need certain ingredients. The belief of the people, Saint Nicholas. You feel me? You need the electrified deity, which would be Jesus the Christ. But the bastardization in the people's minds is what draws all our energy towards that day, because we think we're worshiping something holy.
Wow.
Okay.
That's deep.
So what you find?
Okay, so the meaning of coal and its properties of increasing its owner's money luck. The gemstone can make a cycle of money better.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a chance to gain more wealth. That's about it.
Okay.
Wait. It has a chemical energy stored in the bonds of atoms and molecules. Batteries, biomass, petroleum, natural gas, and coal are examples of chemical energy. Coal represents pains and afflictions in the Bible.
Okay. Now we're getting there. Okay. See, you have to understand what's going on, because in a world where things are in the balance of positive flow of magic, then everything is in alignment with nature. When you get out of an alignment with nature, now things are not on the path line of higher magic. It's lower vibrational magic, which both exist. So, but it's according to the use of the practitioner. Now we have to stop and ask, where did these stories come from? Just like it said, whoever, Rome, Caesar, whatever, back in the day, forced that into the paperwork at 320 AD. So there was an agenda to use that energy. You see what I'm saying? And not let that energy die. Now look at how we replicate. We keep recycling the same inside of us. This is where it come out of. Certain time of year, you feel pressure to buy stuff. You have to do certain things with your home. You have to do all this stuff. You have to keep up with the Joneses. You have to spend money. You got to do all of that stuff is because of the way the energies are being used around you. Okay. So when it came down to pain, the charcoal representing pain, you know about Krampus, right? Yeah. So Krampus is the demonic representation of Saint Nicholas. So there's two versions. Okay. Anytime you want to overthrow people, you have to create their gods as demons, and then you infiltrate your own demons as gods. Make sense?
It makes sense.
So you literally are reversing the storyline. So we go from a melanated Saint Nick to now we have this whitewash version. The origin story of the whitewash version is questionable. Where did it come from and when did it come online? When the original Saint Nick is a black man. So who's that? That we're allowing access to our children in our homes based on the story of other interests. We didn't create that. So other people came to us with that story, and now we replicate that story in an eerie, creepy way, replicates its way into our life every season on time, right on time. And if you look at how the commercial world works, it forces you into that mindset to allow this season to open up to your children.
Right.
Now you go look up the story of Krampus. Krampus stole children. It was a demon.
Stole children.
Man, I'm telling you.
That sounds like human trafficking to me.
It sounds like human trafficking. We finna go back to Sacred Heart, old Sacred Hearts down there again. You know what I'm saying? All of this stuff is reality around the things that we like to worship. What does that say up there?
Where?
The comments, because they left more comments.
Oh, they say happy birthday.
Oh, okay. Appreciate the birthday shout outs, y'all. Appreciate the birthday shout outs. All right. So if y'all want to bless Mo, like we said, y'all can hit that Cash App down there scrolling across the screen. If you have anything to comment or add or question about anything that we're talking about, y'all can call us at that number. So What conspiracy theories have you been following lately?
A lot of the whole Diddy situation, the TD Jake situation, human trafficking, children trafficking, the Oprah.
What you talking about? Oprah out of BBL?
Big Winfrey. She's like a ringleader of child trafficking.
Yeah, she been that since Hillary Clinton. So what did you see about Diddy?
Well,
The mess. The mess is real. And it's
this
online.
man is out here taking everybody else, man. He got TD Jakes, okay. He got Tyler Perry. He been had Tyler Perry child. Kurt Franklin.
GP, are you with me?
But I feel like he changed because you can tell his music kind of changed.
Who?
Kurt Franklin, like he was.
I stopped listening.
He was good back in the 90s. But
Yeah.
then once this new millennium came, it's like, what happened?
You mean the jean outfit wearing Kurt Franklin?
That one, the little leather pants wearing.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know about that.
But that ties into the little
You know what? I'm tired of this shit. Let me go ahead and.
because he came and said that he had like this little porn addiction, but it's like, he likes men as well, on the low. Because they all be at Diddy parties.
They do.
And y'all know what go on at them Diddy parties. Don't play.
They do. So this the world that's being created unto us. Now look now, when you're talking about December 25th, you're also talking about Santa and the elves. That's the folklore. Then you're talking about the religious side, which is Jesus Christ, supposedly being born on that day. Okay. Allegedly. Now we should also look deeper into the spiritual depths of being born in this world on a certain day, because it has implications on how your personality is and the type of energy that follows you around by your alleged birth date.
So what it say about me?
You should look it up. That's why you got a natal chart. What you got a birth chart for?
Oh, let's look.
Okay. Now let me tell you how deep this go. Okay. So you just talking about Kurt Franklin and Diddy them, right? Now, this is called, so you can see it, and then I'm gonna read it out loud. Okay. This is a federal document. Okay. Now, we've been. It all ties together. Don't think it's anything any separate from each other, because we talking conspiracies. So we're gonna tie all these conspiracies together because they all have one central basis. I don't even know if I should say that on air.
Why you think we're gonna get flagged again?
No, F it. So look, this document is called the Federal Evidence Agenda on LGBTQI plus Equity. Okay, this is a report by the Subcommittee on Sexual Orientation. I didn't even know that existed. Gender identity and variations in sex characteristics. This is a subcommittee that they created to study into LGBTQI
The alphabet community
of the National Science and Technology Council. This is a federal document. When was this implicated? Let's see when this was brought online. I don't see a date yet.
when Obama was in office.
Yeah, it had to be during Obama. During Obama. Now, this is on whitehouse.gov, so you can go read it. This is a federal document.
It's for the public.
The leaders of this are foreign interests.
Foreign interest.
The chairperson is Arati Brabhakar. Then you have Ki Koizumi is the executive director. Then you have a Dr. Alex Fernandez, Office of Management and Budget. Raj Nayak, Department of Labor. Sahil Raman, Office of Management. And Peggy Carr, Department of Education. And the list goes on. Those aren't American names.
Sure ain't. Them is people that answer the customer service line when you press 1 for English. I'm for real. Think about it. Every time you press 1 for English, they put somebody else on there. Like, I didn't ask for you. I asked for someone else. Please transfer me.
So this is insane.
Mm-hmm.
That this is the way that our government is being used. However, it's not even our government. It's a computer program. Mm-hmm. Now, we're talking about what we said, conspiracy theories. Mm-hmm. So look, Krampus is relative to children. Mm-hmm. Okay? Krampus is the evil or the dark representation of what they give you as Santa, which both of them exist from the same entity. Okay? You create separation in order to create the illusion that you have a choice. Now, this is what we boil down to, like Burger King and McDonald's. Mm-hmm. They both sell the same exact stuff, mm-hmm. but they create the separation in the industry to give you the illusion that it's separated from one another. That's been a business practice for the longest time. GM makes Lincoln, makes Ford, makes Chevy. So that's all under the GM umbrella. But we have this variation, so we think it's separate. So now this is good and that's bad, but it's all under the same umbrella. Mm-hmm. Makes sense? So now you're getting Santa Claus and Krampus, right? Mm-hmm. It's the same energy. Mm-hmm. You understand? Mm-hmm. And we're getting the thing to say, oh, this white version is good. This version is bad. However, what are they both after?
Children. The
children. Now, again, I'm going to read this to you again. Let's go back to the top. Federal evidence agenda on LGBTQI plus equity, January of 2023. This just happened. Okay. Now, if you go back to the late 80s, they had what was called a gay and transsexual or homosexual agenda mm-hmm. that was implemented into the federal government that was targeting the boys mm-hmm. of the American nation. They stated, we will be everywhere your children are, everywhere your boys are, the football field, the baseball field, the military, the basketball court, anywhere that your boys congregate, we will be there to influence them. Mm-hmm. Okay? This was an agenda that was put into federal documentation in the late 80s. Mm-hmm. Okay? Now, this is what we're looking at in 2023. Mm-hmm. Okay? We're in the season where your children have the most stimulation. Mm-hmm. It's all about drawing them into that energy. Okay? Now, we give freely of ourselves when it comes down to this time because it's supposed to be a season of giving. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Open yourself up and give. And give. Mm-hmm. And give. Mm-hmm. Then the collection plate come around 12 times. I'm saying.
They create additional programs just to take another collection.
See, you've been there. I ain't been there in a while. You've been in there.
I'm like, oh, I did it this morning. I ain't passing on.
Okay. Now all of that would have been considered to be a conspiracy theory. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay. With actual proof. Mm-hmm. That's sitting right in front of us. So your children are the target.
Right.
Okay. Now, what happens if we go into the next season of what is it? New Year's. That's the one you forgot. New Year's.
I think it's envy.
New Year's is envy? Mm-hmm. No, New Year's can't be envy because envy has to be.
It's greed. It's Christmas. It got to be envy because a lot of people get engaged on that day.
On New Year's?
Yeah.
Envy?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I wrote them down.
Hold on now. Because if Christmas is greed, then Thanksgiving is gluttony, mm-hmm. Halloween is wrath. Mm-hmm. The 4th of July, what is that?
Pride.
That's pride. Mm-hmm. That's 4. Mm-hmm. You got envy. What is Easter?
Easter. I think that is Easter, envy.
Easter would be envy?
Mm-hmm. I don't know why.
See, now I'm curious. Hey, y'all out there, leave a comment in the comment section if y'all know what holiday relates to what deadly sin. That's interesting. Then what would New Year's be, though?
I don't know. Unless they didn't put New Year's on there.
Unless it doesn't have one.
It don't have one.
Because you have 7 deadly sins, then you have the last thing that came out, mm-hmm. which was hope.
Mm. It could be hope.
New Year's hope. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm going to have to do some studying into that. You know what I'm saying? But conspiracy theories. So if the next holiday would then be what? New Year. Mm-hmm. No, that's too close together.
I didn't make the holidays. They did.
I know, but that's a little bit too close together though. So if I'm gonna say, and you also have to know that these holidays are going according to moon cycles and equinoxes. So when you have Valentine's Day, that should be the end of the winter solstice. And then you can start going into the spring. The next one you have after that is what? St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day, when everything is green. So that's when spring comes online and we get when does the time turn over? From daylight saving time. When does it go back? Isn't it in the spring? In the springtime, right? So you see how those things are marked by what happens naturally, and that's how you know when people are using rituals against you. The first magic went in accordance with nature. It always flowed with nature. So you had to use energy grid lines of the planet. You had to use the way the moon was going, the way the sun was coming, the way the clouds move. All of that was important to do magic. So when you have that as the base layer, you're still using that same magic, but now you put a bastardized system of magic over the top of it. That's where the demons come in. We just conspiracy theorists up here, YouTube. That's so you ain't got to cut us out.
Please don't.
Or cancel us. So what would you do with this information? Why? How would you train your family knowing that these type of things exist?
I probably wouldn't just celebrate them.
Just act like they don't exist no more.
But I know if they go to school, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, it's Valentine's Day." Okay, girl. Mm. I don't know what that is. Enlighten me.
Are you gonna be that type of parent? Mm-hmm. I see. Question them and make them. I see. They'll come to realization for themselves. That's an interesting point of view.
Real interesting.
Because you get trained so hard in school.
You do. That's how these kids be coming up talking like they this and that. I'm they. Don't pertain to me as she. I'm they.
Who told you that?
That's what some girl said to me before. She's clear as day a female. She even asked me for a tampon, but I said, you can't say her, she, none of that to her. You have to say they if you pertain to her. It just made me think of like that story in the Bible, legion, we are many. Because why? It's they, it's plural. Why would you say they?
Okay, all right. Now, see, I was going to save it. I wasn't going to go there.
I'm just saying, let's be for real.
But since you want to open it up now.
I'm just saying, girl.
You just said a word just then. They, plural.
Hey, a lot of them go by they. And I'm like, okay, yeah, get away from me. Because that's demonic, girl.
That is demonic.
You got multiple personalities. What's going on?
You opening yourself up to multiple entity.
And notice almost all of them have like some type of mental illness to where they feel like they are either depressed all the time or they have like some type of schizophrenic thing to them. I be peeping.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, when you see it, you see it. You can't unsee it when you see it.
Can't.
Mental health issues in the children.
And I've never seen so many kids have mental health problems now, ever since they passed that agenda. Because kids used to be just kids. Now they got adult problems. Like, girl, why are you worried about what bathroom you go in? You're a female, right? You have a vagina, right? Go to the girl's bathroom.
It's really that simple.
It is.
So, but when you listen, all right, now look now. I got to take over about 2 minutes.
Go ahead.
So listen, when you implement, first of all, we have to understand something because we have to understand this. This podcast, though neutralized to a degree,
I'm just saying.
It is still targeted and based at the people that look like us. So we have to understand things. When energies come into this world or being caught into this world, and especially if you're using the demonic forces to bring about a world space that is confused, that is agendized, that is full of all the nonsense that we see today, you have to understand that demons are trickster energies. That is their job, to trick you. It's what they're supposed to do. Solomon, in the Bible, you remember Solomon. Solomon was granted permission to call energies forward in order to put them in subservience to higher angelic host energy. So there was the energy would have then been neutralized and used for the power that the demonic energy has. A demon is not bad or good. It's not bad or good. It just exists. Okay? You can call a demon a spirit. You can call it a jinn. You can call it an entity, a being, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. It's not bad or good. It's up to the practitioner to sway the polarity. Right? So now what we have is a world that is controlled of certain practitioners, politicians, lawyers, musicians, and entertainment, but it's really the record labels that's controlling everything. So we have to look at who's in charge of these factions. Okay? We got to look at this. Now, this was probably going to get us canceled off YouTube, but I'm here for it. We got to look at who's in charge of these factions. When you go to the top of the music industry, you see certain people. You see less and less and less of the artist type of people. And you see more and more and more of this certain business structure. Okay? And the business structure is controlled across the board. So you go to Sony, you go to Arista, you go to Interscope, you go to any one of those, they're most likely controlled, ran, owned, and operated by Jews. Okay? Now we got to understand that. That's facts. It's facts. Then when you go into a corporate world, it's the same thing. Okay? So you have corporate interest in a group of people that have sequestered the majority of the information from the world scope to a certain land. Israel's libraries are vast. Okay?
A little slim.
Okay, so now we have to understand where a lot of this stuff is going to be coming from because we don't understand ritual. Our people are not using the rituals in the way that they're being used against us.
They lost. They just out here just vibing.
Okay, so now these people are in charge of education. They're in charge of your music, your movies, your food. They're in charge of all of these things. Given an agenda to destroy the original man, woman, and child of certain land masses, right? Now, if you try to go at these people with their own energy, because let's be honest, this is where a lot of these beings come from. They were already here with us and existed with us before the deluge, before we separated from what the God body was. You cannot use these energies against them in the same way because they won't take action. It'll come back. You heard about that girl, Papa Legba? The white girl? Okay. She's not the only one. Okay? Trying to use energy that's not meant for you. You get what I'm saying? Against the people that practiced it from the origin. Does it make sense? So when you go back to them, your thing that you throw at these people becomes a curse. Now, what you have to do is convince these people to choose your ritual. Because when they choose, the spiritual world cannot intervene because they're choosing it. So now you have to give them the system in a way to make it seem as if it's so real that what they're choosing is the most positive choice for themselves and their people. Right? We do it all the time. We're not even supposed to have a driver's license, but because the majority of our people running around with driver's licenses everywhere, we can't enforce that we're not supposed to have it. Because now they're going to be like, well, what about everybody else? They all got it. So you should be falling in line with your people. That's the way it goes. So when you're as strong as your weakest link, and unfortunately we have millions of weak links. We do. Millions. So it's more difficult for us to enforce something. Meanwhile, if you go to the other nations and they say, look, y'all, we ain't supposed to be doing this. Next thing you know, you see 20 of them. Next thing you know, you see 60 of them. Next thing you know, you see 120 of them. Next thing you know, it's 1,000 of them. And they all moving to go get their junk changed because they know they're not supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? So we're choosing rituals that are literally knocking us off the face of the earth. Because they are rituals that have been created by other people against you, you're allowing demons into your homes, into your children, And you wonder why your children are now picking up habits like I am they, I am we. You got to understand language. They're telling you what's going on the inside. You get what I'm saying? But we're unable to listen to it because the system has created the viewpoint for us to take. Oh, they're a part of the LGBTQ, so it ain't got nothing to do with spiritual demonic energy. It ain't nothing to do with that. It's because they're trying to identify themselves in life. No, you have to take the parents' job is to recognize these things and to nip these things in the bud before they take root. That is the parents' job.
Don't just go along with it. You're supposed to be the parent. Who wears the pants in this situation?
Who putting them on one sleeve?
Who raising who at this point?
Exactly. But we just talking conspiracy though. It ain't,
hypothetically,
ain't nothing too heavy out here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So when I look out into the world, I don't know about you, but when I look out into the world, I just shake my head because for a lot of people to even begin to cross the threshold of healing, you have to fight them on where they stand right now. And unfortunately, a lot of people are going to be lost due to those type of mindsets. How does it affect you? Like, because you still go to church like pretty much every Sunday. How does it affect you going to church or seeing the way that you see or knowing the things that you know when you go in there and you see certain stuff? How does that affect you?
It made me feel some type of way. Like, I love the Lord, I really do, but I just don't like going to church no more. Like, it ain't the same.
It's not as wholesome as it was?
No. I told you what be going on up there.
Yeah, you did.
What?
You did. You told me.
Up this Hot Mess Express.
It's what? It's what? Hot mess.
And if you say something
Express.
like you the wrong person, you need healing.
Wow.
Why are we turning a blind eye to what's going on?
With TD Jake. Listen, man. Look, man.
Man, I knew something was up with him for a long time, child.
And that's a distraction. That's bourgeois. That's black bourgeois. You feel me? That's black bourgeois. They're distractions. Will Smith slapping old boy. Distraction. You know what I mean? What was the last distraction we had? Matter of fact, P. Diddy was the last distraction. That major out about him going to jail with Cassie and all that. When that was going on, they passed a bill that allowed America to sell meat that is not natural at all.
Bill Gates got his DNA all up in food now.
You understand me? So the meat is not even from Earth anymore. It's not even a cow or a pig or a chicken. It's human. It's human remains replicated. Yes. Y'all, but man, look, man, we in here. Appreciate the hearts, man. Appreciate the support, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It is Moelle's birthday. I ain't heard that Cash App ding yet.
Oh, my I'm on silent. But I can turn it on.
Oh, she on silent. Hold on, I gotta hit you.
I don't want no hotline bling going on right now, child.
Anyway. So we're talking conspiracy.
Thank you so much, Antonita. I love you.
Oh, she said happy birthday. You know how we do. We show love here on the Beauty and the Brains podcast show. Yo, if you haven't followed us yet, we should start leaving a link in the description so they can follow our Facebook page and follow us on YouTube because we do have that YouTube account running.
I have a YouTube channel too. It's where I can put all my rants up there, girl.
Moelle's Rants. Health wise, because we was kind of talking health a little bit. In this season, what would be your biggest health tip for everybody?
Just chill. Don't let nothing stress you out. Because stress kills.
When it comes to the hospital setting, how many related issues are related directly to stress?
Almost all of them. If you got lupus, stress.
If
you got any type of autoimmune, stress.
Fibromyalgia, all that.
Heart disease,
stress.
All that. Stress. That's directly stress.
So just chill.
Like I told y'all last week, Let's put it in perspective. But yeah.
Okay. So keep it in perspective, but don't be afraid to take the time that you need.
Don't be afraid.
Listen, especially in Pensacola, man, because out here they want to work you halfway to death
for $11 an hour, girl.
And don't even want to pay you minimum. And I'm talking about looking at you crazy when you like, that's not even minimum wage.
That's not. I need above 15, 16.
So, and as the world turns, no pun intended, I want to continue to turn with it. I don't want to be stuck in place.
I'm not trying to be stuck.
Okay. So a lot of these places out here don't understand the importance of, what is it? The cost of living. Right. So it's literally forcing the local people into a state of poverty. Now, when you come and speak on these type of things,
you sound foolish, but it's the truth.
You're a conspiracy theorist. You understand me? But this is an actual reality. A lot of these companies out here are making millions of dollars a day, hand over fist, thousands of dollars a day, hand over fist. For certain projects and certain things that they need to have done, they will spend thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to get these things done.
Right.
And then the people that's there that you expect to care for your cash registers and not steal from you, and that you expect to love what they're doing and love your company and love the job that you've given them, you're treating them like absolute crap.
$10. What is $10?
Make it make sense. That don't even make sense. Make that make sense. Okay? So this is what we're dealing with now. Now, this is the current construct because it's been the old way for so long.
Right.
It's been going on. This ain't nothing new. But as more and more people begin to pour into this place, then what we're going to end up having is somebody's going to pop the bubble.
They need to go on.
It's only a matter of time.
Man.
What you going to do for your birthday?
I'm probably going to have some me time.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you going to do, self-love?
Yes, why not? Self-care, self-love.
Self-love. All y'all out there self-loving, good luck with that. What?
What's wrong with self-love? You can't pour into yourself. What's wrong with that?
What you mean?
The people want to know, like me.
What you mean? Okay, so when did you first think about self-love?
All the time. When I spend money on myself, when I pamper myself, all the time.
So you always self-loving?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
You can't love nobody else if you don't love yourself.
Well, what is love?
It's an emotion, a deep emotion.
What?
We gotta look it up now.
All right, look up what is love.
What is love, girl?
What is love? And then I'm gonna look up what is self-love because let's see if it's different.
Okay, so the meaning of love is a bond that often involves understanding each other's core values, beliefs, and life goals.
That's called courting.
It's a love, the true meaning of love.
That's it.
Love is a set of emotions and behaviors characterized by intimacy, passion, and commitment. Love is a noun, a strong feeling of warm personal attachment or deep affection, such as for a parent, child, friend, or pet.
That's so watered down.
You asked me to look it up. It's Google.
Okay. So that's love. That's the definition of love, according to Google. Now, according to Wikipedia, self-love is defined as regard for one's own happiness or advantage. So has been conceptualized both as basic human necessity and as a moral flaw. No, don't focus on that. No, don't focus on that. Akin to vanity and selfishness. Yes, because if I chuck my phone across the room, I've been trying to tell y'all last time that self-love is toxic. I told you. You didn't believe me.
I feel like you're thinking of it like,
what you mean? No.
I'm not saying I'm being selfish or just stuck on myself.
No. No, don't try to give it depth and don't do that to it. No, I'm saying they just gave you one line. They didn't give you 6 lines. that you could choose from. This is not multiple choice. So, while you out here self-loving, no, I'm just playing. Enjoy your birthday, and have fun, and be safe and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no doubt. Because I'm gonna be self-loving. My birthday next weekend. I'm gonna be on self-love. Toxic, super toxic, spoiled milk toxic. Exactly. So look, y'all. It has been an hour, and we've been talking conspiracy. There's so much more that we can get into. They've been doing the on if you go on YouTube, they got like the conspiracy people that pull everything off TikTok or whatever, and they watch all the conspiracy and stuff like that. There's stuff about mermaids, ghosts, dolphins. Those things are creepy. I don't see how people get in the water with them, but I digress. Those are supposed to be the ancient old people, like people that have taken the form of fish. Yeah. I can see that. That's creepy. But then, they what? They look elderly? Who it look like? That we know. Like, name somebody close. I was about to say, okay. You heard them stories about what were the bestiality they was doing with them dolphins. It's weird out here, y'all. Well, go ahead and crack it.
I'm not cracking nothing.
What you mean? That's what it's gonna take.
What?
Yeah. You waiting for Jesus to come back on the cloud like this.
Yeah, you gonna crack the sky.
That's left up to you. That's left up to you. Yeah. If you chose all this, if it's broken down to you that you're actively choosing your reality, if you're actively choosing your reality based on the magic of choice that was given to you by the Creator, then everything you see is your responsibility. Everything you're looking at is your fault.
That's deep.
So you can't be expecting some savior to come out of nowhere, because it's never gonna happen. So we're gonna keep expending generations of people that's waiting on somebody to come out the sky and come save them. It don't work like that. Although the hierarchies of heaven, or angelic hosts, or aliens, if you want to look at it like that, are floating around up there. That's why we have all this cloud cover and these lines be going all across in order to keep us from seeing what's really flying up there. You know what I'm saying? They're there. But there's decrees, so you can't break the treaty. Our people will only be saved if there's a direct act of genocide against wiping all of us off the face of the earth at once, because we are the God men on the planet.
I mean, they're doing it.
They're not. We're choosing. The food. We're still choosing to eat it. Just because it's presented to you, you don't have to take it. You know what I'm saying? So just like our young people out here choosing to kill each other, they choosing to do the work of their enemy at their own hand. So they have to pay the hell's price for that melanin that they spilling, because they don't understand the spiritual ramifications of what they're doing. You understand? Mm-hmm. They still choosing that reality. And as long as we keep choosing the wrong thing, can't nobody intervene. You see, your enemy is divisive. They are very smart. It's very, very, all of this 400 or 500 years, 600 years, 700 years that's happened to us recently. This was a divisive plan that was set out in motion by key elements all over the world of different factions against the melanated races of America, of Africa, of Europe, of China. It was a direct attack against melanin, period. You feel me? By melanin. That's what's gonna trip you out. But anyway, we it's what is it? 11:11? It's 11:11.
Yeah, 11:11. Yeah.
That's what that clock say.
That's 11:04 a.m.
Damn. That do not say 11:04. That is 11:06.
Right there, it says 11:04.
Oh, you talking about on the computer? I was looking at the clock right there.
Oh, my
bad. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, y'all. We appreciate everybody for tuning in as usual. Again, if you want to bless Moelle for her birthday, you can definitely send her a cash app. If you have any questions or any topics or anything that you want us to discuss on the show or research for y'all and pull to the front, you can hit us at that email address down there at the bottom, or you can leave your commentation on the video that you're watching. If you're on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. We need that so we can keep that algorithm moving. Facebook, share this for us, react to it, leave comments, do what y'all got to do. This is your information. We just providing it to you. So, with that being said, Moelle, you have anything?
No, I don't have anything else to say.
Why not? Give us something. Tell us some of your business.
Tell y'all some of my business. Okay.
Before we go.
How knows you would want to get today?
Go ahead. You go ahead. You got the flow.
Okay. Well, this ties into what our topic was.
Okay.
So this girl got in my car and she was telling me how she worked at the police department. Mm-hmm. And they just recovered some kids that were sexually trafficked.
Here? In Pensacola? Mm-hmm. So how the kids get free? Wait a minute. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
They found them.
So, huh?
They found them near some tunnels.
What? Wait a minute now. Hold on. That's a little too heavy for the end. You should
I'm
say that in
just
the middle.
saying they found them, and this is what I've been telling y'all this whole time. Something ain't right about them tunnels downtown up under Pensacola.
They found them in tunnels?
Yes.
What race were the kids?
One of them was a little black girl, and then the other one was like they like mixed, like let's say probably like Blasian or
from the same
Mexican.
family. So 3 random kids found in the tunnels. I ain't heard nothing about this on the news.
You ain't gonna get nothing about it. This is the inside scoop. I told y'all. See, y'all be thinking I'm crazy, but I told y'all it's something right. And half of them weren't even born and raised. They was from somewhere else.
So they snatched them from somewhere else. Now see.
Now Oprah got tunnels up under her house too, but they ain't gonna talk about that.
Oh, and Tyler Perry got tunnels up under
their house.
Okay, so you know Bruce Willis had made this movie. Oh yeah, we supposed to leave. You know Bruce Willis had made this movie, right? And the movie called Hiding in the Tall Grass or something like that. You seen it? Okay. Y'all go check that movie out.
I gotta watch it.
That movie is directly talking about Pensacola, Florida. When they first opened the movie up, they have the what is that thing? What's that thing? A drone. They have a drone flying over Pensacola Interstate like you're coming into downtown. You can see it straight up. There's no place I've ever been like Pensacola, Florida. The place where a murderer can hide. This is what it said.
Pensacola been in movies over the years. Remember the Jackie Robinson story?
Oh, Pensacola was in that?
Yeah. It wasn't the actual like place, but they was like referencing like he was trying to get on an airplane in Pensacola and they wouldn't let him.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I keep telling y'all gonna listen to me one day.
Hey, y'all know. Y'all gonna listen to us one day.
Y'all gonna listen to me one day.
One day we're gonna be like, you know what? That's it. I'm not saying anything. Then you're gonna be like, no, tell us please. And you're gonna have to pay. That's the way it go. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give me a little Patreon on YouTube so y'all can get all the exclusive tea there.
Oh, you do? I got a Patreon.
Why you don't drop it?
Because I don't have nothing on it. I don't know what to like.
Upload stuff. You can do a whole bunch of stuff. People love conspiracy theories.
Okay.
They really do.
Oh, okay. Oh,
There's
yeah.
a whole segment on TikTok, conspiracy TikTok.
You know what? I can literally take people down to SCP Foundation. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, bet. Well, we for real finna go ahead and get up out of here. We'll see y'all next week. So y'all keep it frosty, and don't interact with P Diddy or TD Jake,
right? Or Tyler Perry or Kurt Franklin.
Or Tyler Perry or Kurt Franklin. All right, y'all.
Big Winfrey don't know what to.
Well, you got to watch out for Big BBL now. All right, y'all. We gonna holler at y'all later on. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate the love. We'll see y'all next weekend. All right. Peace.